All right, so y'all, welcome back to the podcast, man. This is episode number 6. JB, how we do it? We're gonna just say our name and then you can go last. All right. So I'm Kentorey.
I'm Alan Love.
Mellow Brad.
JB.
For those of y'all who don't know who JB is, bro, you want to introduce yourself, man? Hey, bro, don't be nervous, bro. It's just like having a conversation. Like,
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Nah, probably met these guys in college, all down at Coastal, Georgia. Probably the best player to ever play at Coastal, Georgia. I'm pretty sure my guys on here can co-sign that as well. Nah, but I'm from Macon. Played at Coastal with these guys down in Brunswick, Georgia. That's about it, man.
Yeah, JB, he was the sophomore when we was all freshmen. Well, Alo was a junior though, but the rest of us freshmen when we was there.
Alo transferred in from Syracuse.
Exactly.
I knew you couldn't wait to bring that up today. You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait to bring that up today, bro. I'm talking about you had that on your mind. That shit was cooking on your mind as soon as you said, "Oh, JB on here with Alan." I know it. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, JB was I think he was all welcome to college as far as like freshmen kind of showed us the rope at school, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was I remember, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He was granddaddy.
Huh?
The granddaddy ass nigga.
Yeah.
No, he
was crazy, but I was older than that nigga then, huh?
Yeah, you was a junior.
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. You had 4 years on me, and I was a sophomore.
Nah, JB.
You was a freshman.
JB, how old are you? How old are you though?
I'm 33. You 36, right?
No. No, I'm 34, man. I'm 34.
Okay, yeah, I'm 33 though, man. I'll be 34 this year.
I thought you was your knees about 38. You for real? Your knees about 38.
Wow. 48. Well, I done got to that point now where I know when the rain coming, boy. Knees swelling up, all that.
Hey, y'all crazy, man.
Boy, you stupid, boy.
What y'all got? What we talking about today, man?
All right, so we got a question. We're gonna jump into one question and then we're gonna do another question at the end because we got two from the Discord.
I like that.
Okay.
So this is the question from Fresh. Happy belated birthday, Fresh.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy belated.
So it says
Happy belated.
It says, first, let me just say that I'm really enjoying y'all coming back together again in this podcast. It's great to hear y'all views on things and the stories y'all have. You can feel the genuine friendship y'all have with one another through the screen. These podcasts feel like FaceTime call to me. My question is, what is your favorite thing about yourself? And what is something you have wanted to change about yourself? If you do have something you want to change about yourself, what is stopping you from doing that? JB, we're going to start with you since you knew.
I'm trying to think now.
All right, what was the first part of that question again? I know the second part because I already got the answer for that. But what was the first part again?
The first part is what is your favorite thing about yourself, and what's something you have wanted to change about yourself?
All right, I think my favorite thing about myself is probably just being genuine, man. I'm always the same person, you know, no matter the environment, no matter who's around, no matter the circumstances. It's like I'm just always a genuine person, man, and that's one of the things that I pride myself on, just being genuine, being real, being true, you know, regardless of what's going on in my life or, you know, any circumstances. I'm always the same person. I'm pretty sure, you know, besides some of the factors of things that have changed throughout life over the years, but I'm pretty sure I'm that same person that y'all met some, you know, 13, well, however long ago that was when we all first met, you know. So that's one of the things I pride myself on, man. Just being genuine and not letting people change you, staying true to yourself. So I would say that's one of the things I like about myself the most. One of the things I probably would change about myself is, and I ain't gonna lie, it's like it's something that I've had a constant battle with, like over the years. It's procrastinating, procrastinating, and uh, just not being so uh, hesitant to try new things. Like I have like some good ideas on something that I want to do, and I just sit on them, and then I never do it, or then I see somebody else doing. I'm like, dang, like that, I had that something, and,
Damn.
and
Hey, you cutting out, bro.
so that's one of the things I think I would change about myself, just procrastinating, man, and it's that's probably my biggest thing I deal with.
But you probably have to I don't know, your Wi-Fi or something, turn it back on or something, because you going in and out. But yeah, go ahead. Anybody else on
But
got theirs?
if I probably just piggyback off of JB, man. Like I love that I'm a genuine person. Like even though you can go through the worst things in life, but don't let that hinder you. Don't let that change you who you are. Because being a genuine person, that means you'll be genuine in any matter of life, any stages of life. You can be sad, but you're still gonna be genuine to that person. You can be mad, but you're still gonna be genuine to that person. I feel like that's one of the biggest factors that we can have in life as a human, because there's a lot of people in this world, man, like going through the worst, like literally going through the worst. But if you can meet somebody, encounter somebody who's going through the worst, you can see them on the streets and be genuine to that person, have a casual conversation or offer them something that they don't have, that'll make that person day. So that's one of the biggest things that I love, because you guys know me. I think for me growing into adulthood, like, man, I'm just like super genuine and I'm like a butterfly. Like I can literally talk to anybody, like literally. And I think that's one of my biggest things I love about myself. Like literally just talking to people, making them happy, feeling their energy, making them smile. Like I text Kentorey yesterday, like a lady literally came in vitamin shop just to meet me, just to meet me. I don't know who the lady is. Bro, she literally walked in vitamin shop, said, I just had to come in here just to talk to you, just to meet you. And she left. Just left. And bro, I text Kentorey. Man, I text down there everybody, like literally everybody. I was so happy for that one moment. That one moment changed my whole day. You know, the days can go up and down. You got bad moments, but it's a great day. Man, she lifted that thing through the roof. And my bad trait, I would say, I'm very impatient. I procrastinate here and there, and I'm always hard on myself. I feel like if I can channel everything and be patient instead of try to get everything in one day and work like inch by inch, like I always say, like small wins, they add up to small steps, they add up to. So I have to continue to say those things and honestly believe them, because I can end up saying I'm gonna do this, but 2 seconds later I'm pissed off because I done got impatient because I want it now. So that's probably my biggest thing that I wouldn't say hate about myself, but dislike about myself, because I know I can get better with that. So it's going to take some time. I think it's going to take some effort from me and the circle that I'm in, you know, because as long as we keep each other accountable about trying to make our weakness our strength, I think we can get better with that individually. So those are my 2 traits right there.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I gotta go after this.
Right, but I was still trying to think of mine.
Basically, one of the biggest things I like about myself is like I'll say my creativity. Like I say this all the time. I like the way my mind works. Now there are times where I disagree with thoughts that I may have, but I like the way that I wouldn't change that for anything. Like the way that I think is different than some other people. And I'm like, you know, I've learned to like somewhat embrace that. Like, okay, the way I view things is not the way everybody else is going to view that. But that bothered me and hindered me for such a long time. As far as like trying to put myself in somebody else's shoes or agree with somebody or disagreeing with somebody, you know, whatever. Like I couldn't, to try to find a common ground was really hard for me. That's one of the things I like about myself. One of the things I don't like about myself, and I'm like working with, is like how I deal with being angry. I don't like how I don't know when to be mad or how to channel that. And I feel like it typically comes out at the wrong time. So just dealing with emotions in general is something as a whole. Let's just say that as a whole. Learn like to be sad in the moment. If I'm sad, be sad. If I'm mad, be mad, you know, instead of like putting it off. Typically that's something I do. I bottle shit up, and then eventually 5 years later, 2 years later, 6 months later, however long down the line, it comes back and is, you know, slap me across the face. Now I'm mad or sad or upset for no, you know, what seems like no reason, but apparently it's from, you know, all these things toppling and piling up on top of each other. So that's the two that I could think of right now, especially like after following what Kevin just said.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow both of them. I think my favorite thing is that I kind of like put people before me. You know what I'm saying? I think about just how to serve people and the best way to do that. So I think a lot of times, what you laughing at, bro? I think a lot of times I consider how everybody else doing before myself, and trying to figure out a way to be, like I said, of service to other people. I think that's my favorite thing about myself. My least favorite thing, or something that I probably would change, is like being hard on myself. I kind of work so much that I don't really know when to stop. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I don't necessarily get mad at myself, but it's just like trying to figure out when to, or how to get a work-life balance. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I do a good job of that. And that's one thing I'm like, I think about a lot, like especially when I get into a relationship, like how am I gonna be able to figure that part out? Like that's my biggest concern, just like, because I know sometimes that could like push a woman away, or make her feel like you don't really care, or you spending so much time on this and that, and just like that's not even what it is. But I think because I've come up in a situation where I didn't really have much, or growing up with a lack of having things, it kind of drive me to only put so much focus on work that I don't think about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the thing I got to work on. But yeah, out of the main things I can think about, it'd be those two for sure.
I feel like I need to get better with what you're good at. Like putting other people before me. I've been selfish for a long time. That's something else I got to work on. It's like thinking about other people's feelings, or considering someone else's feelings. Like even still putting myself in someone else's shoes. All that still ties into the same thing. Like for the longest, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, is it ego? Is it, you know, pride? Is it, you know, what is it? Like just, and I think it was like just being like submissive in a sense, to just like, it's okay that you don't understand it, or that they don't understand you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still something that's I have to catch myself with, you know, because it can slip so quick, you know, so easily, to just you know, forget to do that. My bad. To forget to think about that. Like, Dan, you know what? I need to see that from another perspective. Like, because I think we all come off as defensive because our opinions are somewhat dear to us. Like we have an opinion for like we feel like that's all we have, you know. So like we're gonna argue that to the end of the day, like our opinion, you know. But everybody has different opinions, different perspective, different on everything. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. My bad. I didn't mean to go into that, but that's what.
Are you fine?
You good? I think. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it's cool. Like a discussion, like you just mentioned yours. I think another dislike about myself, I can spread myself too thin for people. You know what I'm saying? Like I can be in the worst state of mind or whatever, but somebody asks me something, I'm there. If somebody asks me something else, like a different person, I'd rather put them first before me. And like Dude said, I need to start the transition, put myself first now because I feel like I had myself in the past for too long, and I feel like that's how so much bad things, trauma can stem from it. Because if once you put people in front of you, that's all you see, people in front of you. But if you start to place your mind, you know, where you need to be, I feel like that's how you can move forward. So I think that's one of my things. Like, I got to start putting myself first. Like, I need to start right now.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things I got from my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Just watching
Rest
how,
in peace.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, rest in peace. I think that's one thing I got from her was anything that she ever like taught, you know what I'm saying? She didn't teach it, but she taught it without teaching it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes plenty sense.
So just watching, you know what I'm saying? Being able to observe how she was there when you needed her, you know what I'm saying? She never really said no to anything.
I might got a service, a business you can take over, but we might start a business.
Me? Oh, we can talk. Yeah, she kind of like she instilled that in me without even like telling me what to do, just by demonstration for real. And I think that's one of the examples I was given. Like, I think that's one of the blessings that I really got from her, for real.
The morals and the qualities, bro. You can't. Nobody can never take that away.
Yeah, you can't teach that. Well, you can teach it.
Yeah,
you can definitely teach it, but it's got to be something
that has to be taught through action.
Yeah, like, there you go.
You got to see that. You got to see that in order to mimic it, or
mimic it. Yeah. You can't read it in a book and feel like you're gonna just know how to do it. No, you got to have a living experience of an example of somebody doing it in front of you.
Yeah, and then it's like it's a genuine feeling. It's not something that you just like. You know, I don't think you just. I mean, maybe you can just wake up and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do something today," genuine, you know. But like, I think it's a difference when it's a lifestyle. Like when you just live like a genuine person, you just do the things that you feel are necessary, or you know. Then I think it's a complete difference. But there are people who like you said, like think that you can just pick up a book and learn how to be that type of person. Like, yeah, you can read about that shit all day, but if you don't have anybody to exemplify that behavior, then I think you starting off on the wrong foot.
I agree, bro. You couldn't have said that any better.
Yeah.
For real. JB, since you the only
the one with the bad Wi-Fi.
No. Since you the only, we talked about this before. We actually mentioned you on the podcast before.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen it, but we was kind of like bigging you up on like how you've been a good example to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Knowing the person you was in Coastal to the person you are now, married with a family, you know what I'm saying? Kids. You set a good example for us who don't have, well, Kevin got kids and might do, but before before you had a child, we looked at somebody like you and Trey for even example, you know what I'm saying? For that example, I remember we came, if y'all remember, like going back to our old videos, JB is the guy who wedding we was at, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can go and see that vlog.
10 groomsmen, wasn't
it? Yeah. So being able to like even witness that was just like, dang, that was like eye opening, like, you know what I'm saying? Because people like us, we don't really have that example, seeing that, especially our age. You know what I'm saying? That's something like I always like, dang, I want that. So can you speak on how it feels now, like from then to now, being married and having kids and just the whole thing?
Man, to kind of just hit on one of the things you were saying as far as like me being a guy that some of y'all can like look up to and stuff like that, man. I don't know, like I think it's a characteristic that God just gave me that people like just kind of gravitate towards me for some reason. Like it's like no matter what environment I'm in, like I'm always like the big brother. Like I've worked with guys who had 30 years on me, but yet and still they would come to me for advice about being married, you know what I'm saying, about just managing money, just things in life in general, man. But like I said, I've just always tried to be, going back to being like just a genuine person, man, and just I feel like the best way you can be in life is true to yourself. And I never been the type of person that wanted to like. I didn't need all the attention. You know, I didn't need people to necessarily like me. I didn't want to seek the attention. I was just always me. And I think that within itself speaks volumes, man. And it allows people to want to gravitate towards you because they look at you and like, man, like he's so laid back, he's so chill, but he handled his business. You know what I'm saying? He's a good person. I see how he moved, you know, and it just kind of trickled on into my life after school and stuff, man, into like having kids. Like now I'm the role model. I have all daughters. So like now I'm that role model for my girls. You know what I'm saying? And I was just talking to somebody about this at work the other day, kind of like how, man, it's so many influences in life, whether it be social media, whether it be schools, whether it be whatever, family or whatever. But I think the biggest influence for your kids should be you, should be your parents. You know what I'm saying? It starts at home. Like, so when I'm interacting with my wife, when I'm interacting with my kids, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give them the best example of what I know and what I feel to be what a good man is. You know, what a good dad is, what a good brother is, you know, a good uncle, whatever. Like I'm trying to be the best version of myself so when these little girls that I'm raising get old enough to want to date or, you know, like a little boy or whatever like that, I've already set the tone for what you should look for in a man. My dad never talked. My dad never cussed at my mom. My dad never called her out of her name. You know, my dad always treated my mom with respect. My dad always was nice to us. He didn't do this to us. He didn't do that to us. So I feel like they'll have a good foundation to stand on, versus being led by what they see on Instagram or what they see on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok and all this other stuff. Not saying that, you know, because all of these platforms have their place and their purpose, but when it comes down to raising these girls, I want to be that impact in their life. Like I don't want them to go out and try things and do things because they don't know better. Like I want to be able to talk to them about that stuff and let them know, you know, let them know what it's about, you know. And like I said, just really set the tone for that point in their life to where they're starting to make their own decisions, you know. And I'm hoping that, you know, some of that stuff that I've taught them over the years, it just sticks with them to help them make their decisions when they get older.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the world moving so fast. Ain't no telling what it's gonna look like in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? 10 years when they older.
Exactly.
That's very true.
Exactly.
It's just scary, boy.
It's really scary.
It is like actually, like next year, like one of my kids, they'll be in high school next year, 9th grade.
Bro, that's crazy.
Hold on.
Yeah, but you sure you're not 37, bro?
Bro, I'm 33.
That's crazy.
High school?
Yeah, 9th grade. 9th, 8th. I have a 3rd grader, and then my youngest baby, she ain't in school yet.
That's crazy.
Hey, so you got about 18 more of them till you get out the 18 more years till you got a house clear, huh?
Hey, and the crazy thing about that, man, like I know that's something that we think about, you know, as far as that age, like okay, when they get 18, when they get out of high school, like, they out of my they out of my hair now. But it's like, man, I could never stop seeing myself being a father. I can never stop see myself not you know, helping my kids out, you know, and just trying to guide them and not to say that I don't want them to learn some things, you know. I don't want to just hand them everything throughout life to where they don't know how to go out and get things on their own. But I do want them to, you know, I want them to experience some stuff too, to where they have some of those life lessons that stick with them forever. And sometimes the experience is the best teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think 18 is too young anyway. Like, you don't know nothing at 18. Just think about us who's 18, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think around the age. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm finna say I think about A-Lo being, well, we were 18. A-Lo, I ain't gonna put his age out there, but I'm just thinking about him, you know, flipping off of the second story balcony at the apartment, you know, like it just and I think he did that for like $2 or something like that. We had a pot of like $2 and some spice.
Oh shit! Hey, dog. Hey.
And a half a can of a Four Loko, and that was it,
man. Hey, dog. Hey, yeah, 18 too young, dog. You gotta keep them in the house till they ready to go out, dog. Because they might be out here wilding, man.
We was 18 and some spice. Boy, you stupid.
Yeah, bro. We did some things that was a little reckless. Just being away. Like, and I think about that. I graduated high school at 17 and went off to college. You couldn't tell me shit. I had my own apartment, you know what I'm saying? Got a car at school. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you couldn't tell me nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine, like, really being one of them parents and be like, oh, yeah, you 18, get out of my house, bro. You go out there, that kid might be wild, especially if they have no, like you said, foundation, no guideline, no nothing to go from. Like, but you'd be lost in this world. You could really be lost in this world. And it's a lot of people that I think have fallen victim to that. Like, you know, not even intentionally, not like their parents was just like, oh, get on out, but maybe they wanted to get out and didn't know what they thought they should, you know, didn't know the things that were necessary for them to survive in this world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what's crazy? A lot of times you'll hear parents say, well, when I was 18, I had my own this, I had a job, I had my own car and all this. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of things changed from the time when you was working and, you know what I'm saying, in society compared to now, you know what I'm saying? Things just aren't the same. So you can only imagine when we get older and our kids and they fit in their teens and adulthood, it's gonna be maybe even harder for them to adjust. We losing jobs, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you can't compare.
Huh?
I said you can't compare because like that's like us comparing ourselves to some of these like millennial, I mean Gen X, bro. Some of them have found different ways to make money where they got cribs and cars and shit now at 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? But if I compare myself to that, I'd be feeling shitty all day, bro. I'd be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's a different time. Like you said, like our parents could have went and got a crib at 20 years old. Like, I had my own house and had this by the time I was 20. Like us talking about going to do that at 20. Yeah, we wanted it, but we didn't want that. And we wouldn't have been able to handle that, bro. We wouldn't have been able to handle that at 20 years old out here. Got to go to work every day and not having no fun, not doing all the crazy crap we was doing and literally locking in, going to work to pay a mortgage. Like, no, we weren't on that time.
A lot of it stem from the job field they chose too.
That
we chose to go to college. So that whole layout was different. A lot of them were working since they was like 14, 13 years old, same job, never left their hometown, you know what I'm saying, and still doing the same thing. So I could see it in that point, but we were trying to make it to the league. So we had a whole different story. And just think about that. That's another side that don't be talked about enough. It's just like you got all these kids chasing a dream. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, all they know. So when they get to the age of 28, 27, just say they go overseas and play. When they get to the age 30 and they've been playing basketball their whole life, what do you do after that when basketball is all you know?
You don't know how to adjust. It's hard to adjust then.
Yeah, you don't have a work history. You don't know how to fill out a resume. You don't know how to do none of that.
And I'm not even knocking somebody chasing their dreams to be an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you want to do, but you got to know the other side of it too. That's all. You just got to be knowledgeable to inform yourself of, okay, when I do get this money, or if this does happen for me, now how do I manage this money? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I go about, you know, whatever, purchasing whatever, you know, like investing my money, you know, like there needs to be sides of that we know aren't taught in school, that people are going to have to do the work on the outside of that. If you want to dedicate your life to being an athlete, you're going to have to put that time in too, because that's just important.
Or the other side of that, to what I feel like probably all of us can speak to that on life after not playing sports anymore. You know what I'm saying? Just, bro, like I ain't gonna lie, like it took me a couple years, you know. I used to talk to my wife before she was my wife, when we were just, you know, still dating and stuff. But I don't think a person who hasn't been through it, they'll never understand like what it is for something to be your whole entire life, your whole existence, and then one day you're not doing it anymore. Like, and now, and it was something that you love to do, but either physically or, you know, that clock just done ran out for you. So now, like you said, you got to go out here and get a job. Like, I gotta go clock in and out of somebody's job now for money, just to live and to eat and all this kind of stuff. Like, I've been playing ball all my life. I've been on full scholarships my whole, you know, growing, you know, for all these years and stuff like that. Well, shoot, my apartment was paid for, my dorms, or I had a meal plan, like all that stuff. And then now I'm in a world to where it's like, here you go, like you got to take care of yourself now. So it's a lot to adapt to, man. And I think that's something that could send you into a depression, man. Just not being able to adapt. Just like the same way people, you know, go into the military and they get out the military and they come back and it's a different world. Yeah. And they're trying to adapt, and they've gotten so used to a certain type of a lifestyle. It's like when they come back over here, it's like, bro, this is different. Like these people are weird. Like these people act, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't fit in with these people, you know what I'm saying? And for the longest, man, I could say that was something I think I struggled with that for a couple of years. Just like, bro, like I'm not supposed to be working no job making $13 an hour. Like this ain't it, bro. Like I'm supposed to be somewhere hooping, like on TV or you know,
on Tubi or something.
Yeah, like making some money, you know. But like, so I say, man, it's something serious, man. It's something that people don't really put a lot of thought into. But life after sports it's serious, man. It's serious, and that's no matter what level you make it to.
Yeah.
And what make it even more depressing is that it wasn't just like it was just a dream that, okay, we didn't know if we could do it. Like it's something that was really attainable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Really
regardless of like what level you played on, it was really attainable to be playing professional.
Yeah.
And when that don't happen, it's just like, dang, bro, what am I gonna do now?
All these years.
Yeah.
So, question now for you, Lo. JB already answered. So, how did you guys adapt from not being able to play basketball no more? Like putting the ball down. How did you guys adapt to that?
I'll go first. I think once I realized it was more politics involved than actual skills, that kind of made me walk away without feeling like any type of anger towards the game. I just stopped. Once that happened, I stopped loving the game. And once that was it was a wrap for me personally. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to Jersey and I was not practicing, but doing like a little, I don't know if it was a workout or we just pulled up to a park where somebody's playing. We go to the park, dude playing, tell me he about to go play for the NBA G League for the Spurs team, I believe. And I'm looking at dude, I'm like, bro, you not that nice. You know what I'm saying? You nice, but I feel like I bring just as much as you bring. You know what I'm saying? Like we equally yoked at this, that's for say, you know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, he ended up going playing for the Spurs G League team. You know what I'm saying? He was same height, same built, all that. I remember like 2 or 3 weeks later, I seen him playing in the game, and bro had like 25 points. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I had this position, you know what I'm saying? If I was put in the same bro position and not knowing my skills compared to his, I could have been doing the same thing. So I don't think it was the basketball skill set that kept me from pursuing a dream. It was more so
where you
once
was
I
at.
figured out it was more politics involved. It's like you going up against something that's not really in your favor because I don't really know nobody. You know what I'm saying? I can't just call this trainer and talk to him and get me in workouts with other professionals. So it's just like, I'm just go start a business. That's what it was for me.
Yeah, I think for me I was doing music already, like just like for fun. Huh? What'd you say?
Nah.
What'd you say? No.
Kevin said you ran out of eligibility.
No, I actually finished all of my. I finished all of that. I ran out of financial aid. Nah, I mean scholarship was, I had scholarship and all that. They just wouldn't give me no more Pell trips. But nah, so during my whole journey with the overseas shit and all that, it was like I was doing music at the same time, or had been doing music for so long. And I guess I heard so many responses like, bro, you should take this serious. And I didn't know where to even begin with that. Lo and behold, Kentorey had some ideas up his sleeve. But I didn't know what to do with that. And I stopped loving the game of basketball too. Like I wasn't willing to put in the work. Like at that point, like I'm like, okay, I know I can play with these guys. Can I get better? Yeah, but I wasn't even willing to sacrifice the time to get better. I'm like, I'd rather be in my room recording a song that ain't nobody finna hear. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's just kind of took over for me. So once I hung it up, it was sad for a while. I missed it. Or even when I went back to Coastal and tried to play them a few times with the college niggas, and I'm like, oh shit. A nigga ain't got it no more. Like them niggas moving these days, bro. I can't even keep up with these niggas no more. It made me feel like, all right, go sit your ass down somewhere. It made me feel like, all right, maybe you wasn't supposed to be doing that in the first place. Like, go ahead and take the next route, see where that's gonna lead you to, and just roll with that. But it bothered me for a little bit, just to know what it could have been. Like, like just like y'all said, just to know that it was right there. It was right there. I didn't even care if I played for like a few years, like 5-10 years, and then retire, like be like, I'm out. Just to have that experience, like I did that for a while. I accomplished something, check that off. Like I made it there. I would have felt good for that. That's where I was at. So I mean, I go hoop at LA Fitness now. You know what I'm saying? It serves it does the exact same for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I come home and brag about, hey, baby, I had like 9 in one game. You know what I'm
saying? Hey, I do look forward to going like joining the men's league. I would do that.
Yeah.
At some point.
Hey, I'm about ready, dude. I hoop that much now. I'm about ready.
Oh, I don't even play no more.
I hoop that much now. I hoop every week, nigga. I'm in there.
Oh, yeah, you good.
Yeah, I don't even get tired. I can run 4-5 games and be good.
That's so fun. Oh, damn! I'm supposed to go in it. Did I answer it?
Asked the question, nigga.
Man, I've been checked out. Like 2 years left in college, I checked out. I was just playing for fun because ever since when I tore my ACL and I didn't have insurance to be able to get the surgery, bro, I was trying to figure out like how I'm gonna get back. Like I can't afford the surgery. Then I still to this day don't know how. Whoever paid for it, I don't know who it is on how I got the surgery or not. But I'm just thankful for it. And, I clocked out after that. So after I got the surgery, I started doing rehab. Man, I went to rehab on my knee from Monday to Sunday, every day. I didn't miss a day. Stayed in the physical therapy room, like soaking all the information up that I could. Man, start back playing. I was just playing for fun. I couldn't wait to graduate just so I could pursue fitness.
I was about to ask you that. Yeah. Was tearing your ACL was part of you getting into fitness?
Yes, because I couldn't afford the insurance for it. and I couldn't get the surgery at the time. So I was like, man, I'm gonna learn this shit myself. So that's what I fell in love with it, and I just stuck with it. So now my whole thing is, whenever my time is, I'm gonna try to make it affordable for anybody who needs surgeries, for like rehab, all that good stuff. So that's what I want to do, because I don't want them to get in the same position that I was in. So I started playing basketball. It was just fun. Like basketball, I still love basketball, but fitness was my passion. So I was like, man, okay, basketball, I ain't playing today. That's cool. I'm about to go lift. So it was just cool for me. So as soon as I graduated, man, I jumped right into the books and started learning about nutrition, weights, all that good stuff. So it was an easy transition for me. And after I did that, man, I'm cool ever since.
Speaking of basketball, man, y'all seen the news? What's going on with Jalen Green and Drill?
Jalen Green.
I just heard she pregnant, got a baby.
Yeah, Drea. What's her name?
Drea Michelle. She pregnant by the Houston Rockets star Jalen Green.
Y'all knew that shit was coming.
So for the listeners, Drea is about to be 40 years old, if she's not 40 yet.
I thought 41.
She's 3 months pregnant, I believe.
That's why I'm saying she would have got me at that age. She would have got me.
She would have got me. But that's not the point. That's not the point, though.
I'm just saying that they fell for it. I would have fell for the shit too.
Reverse the roles,
what's the point, Kevin? He should have used the condom. Well, I mean, what's the point? She would have got me too.
There you go, JB. That's the point. Use a condom, bro. What? Why, bro? Why?
Yeah.
But do y'all see anything wrong with that situation? She has a son his age.
Yeah, I do. And I just saw an interview she literally was saying, I'm good with co-parenting. I'm not looking for like a long-term relationship. I said, no, you didn't.
Do you want any more kids, or are you done?
Oh yeah, I want more kids.
Like how many?
Like one, I think.
So like the person you're dating, you see like a future with them?
I think the question you were asking me is if I wanted more kids, and I feel like I want more kids, and I feel like at this point in my life, right?
Yeah.
The relationship is amazing to have, right? But that's not what I'm basing having a kid on, because I'm very non-traditional. I feel like you can co-parent without being in a relationship. Maybe just two people say, hey, you want a kid? I want a kid. Let's just have a kid, and like let's just
really.
See.
So you would
I'm very like free spirit. I'm very open and just
like, bro. Like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, JD, you just spoke about it, bro. That's what's wrong with the household, bro. Y'all just having kids just to have kids, bro. You're not giving the kids the attention that a kid needs, bro. Like I told Kendu on the first podcast, a kid is an emotion in human form. You got to be super delicate. But if you're not giving the kid that, bro, that kid gonna wander off and gonna learn what he learned, gonna pick up what he pick up.
It's real selfish. It's selfish. You're making decisions based on how you feel and not realizing how it's gonna impact this child when they get older. We can speak about how the roles, if the roles were reversed, then the sentiment of the conversation would be different. But just the fact that you making decisions based on you talking about you free spirited and all this stuff, but it has nothing to. This a whole person we talking about. This ain't nothing just something you could just do because you want to do it. These are decisions that have to have. Not saying that they haven't had these conversations, but these are decisions that need to be talked about.
I agree.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just gonna say I agree with that for sure. I don't know what that conversation was, but I agree with that.
Nah, but for me, man, it's like you said, people. I don't think people really look at how serious bringing a child into this world is, man. Like, you gotta feed them, you gotta nurture them, you gotta teach them, man. Like, it's a lot that you have to do, and it's a nonstop job. Like, it's not like clocking in and out at work. It's like, bro, like this is a full-time like responsibility, and I mean, I really didn't know about that situation like that, but if it's something that just happened, I feel like it's very irresponsible. And you're talking about y'all, you know how those celebrity relationships go, man. How old is Jalen Green? Like, I know he under
21.
30.
21 or 22, something like that.
Like, come on, man. This man got all this youth left in him. This man is not finna settle down and be talking about, I'm just finna be at home with you and the baby. Like, let's just be real. Like, he's not finna do that. You know, that's just the reality of the situation. So now you're gonna raise a child who's gonna be financially stable, but as time has shown, being financially stable is not even half of the battle as far as raising a child, man. You can have all the money and go on all the trips and have all the clothes and all the toys and all this kind of stuff, but you'll grow up and not know your parents, not know your dad, not know your mom, and then you'll
not know yourself.
Yeah, you'll not know yourself, and you'll be back in that point of just a lost child, just going with the wind and letting whoever and whatever, you know, raise you throughout life. You know, then you'll be to that point where you'll be like, I hate my dad. I hate my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't teach me nothing. Yeah, we went on all the trips. We was always out the country, this and that. But like, outside of that part, like, did you really love that child? Did you really like nurture that child? Did you really, you know, were you there for those important moments when, you know, when they want you to come and see them do their little speech when they're in the first grade? And, you know, like, did you miss that stuff? You know what I'm saying? So it's being a parent, man, is more than just, you know, taking care of a kid financially. And, you know, and I'm not saying I know people split up and things can work out, but like, just from the outside looking in, that looked like a very irresponsible move, you know. And for her, it looks like, well, I just set myself for, you know, the rest of my existence, you know, because now I'm finna have a child by him, and you know how all that child support and all that kind of stuff like that go,
It's
man.
a real thing.
So it's,
She got multiple kids by celeb, but she got a football baby by a football nigga too, an NFL nigga, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she solidified a couple. Like you said, financially straight. The kid gonna have
but the
all
kid not
that
gonna be,
and some.
yeah, they're not gonna be emotionally stable though.
But if that's not the other side of that, the other 92% of that shit, this you talking about, if that's not there, then yeah, it's like, I mean, you hear about that in these rich families. Kids had this is and the third, but it's like, oh, my parents were never here. You know, they were never around. They don't know what I care about. They don't know who I am.
Yep.
They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what I even like to do. They just give me money and be like, here, you know, and think that's gonna solve problems and issues when people go through shit and need to talk. You need people there, like, and you look for your parents to be there as one of those people for guidance. You look, that's like your first stop. If it's not your friends and shit, you know, you go to your parents or something, you know, like, hey, I got this, that, and third going on. Or you would have thought that they would have taught you some of those things along the way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yep. I found something wrong with that age gap though, I ain't gonna lie. Only because we talking about Drea Michelle. This is a woman who could literally have any NBA player she want.
I didn't even know she was that age until when I found out she was pregnant.
Bro, she could have any NBA player she want. To be real,
they was together. Not pregnant, but when I found out they was messing around, I was like, oh wow. I'm like,
that's crazy, bro.
I didn't know she was that age. I had no clue.
Yeah, you're right, 39.
Yeah, so the fact that she got pregnant by, and he 20, if he 22 now, they probably, when they started dating, he was around 21, 20. That's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, you know the media found out later.
She looking at longevity. Like, why would I go get with this 37-year-old nigga in the NBA? They got like 2 more years left. You know what I'm saying? And then it's no guarantee that he gonna be getting chicks.
Right.
Like,
and that's why I say,
let me go get with this kid, you know, who got another 15 years in the tank. You know what I'm saying? And yep.
That's crazy, man. It's the world we live in now. So that's why a lot of people I see starting to call them like what, vultures or something like that.
Yeah.
I think there has always been in every industry, whether it be the music industry, sports, acting, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, there's always been some of those what you call vultures that have always lurked around, and they always get them.
Did he?
They always get them. I ain't even talking about that. I ain't even talking about that, but they always get them, bro. It's like it's the same few niggas or chicks that are being mentioned, and they always get one out of there. I don't know if the niggas don't know that they haven't been watching this shit. They weren't, or maybe they were just waiting on their opportunity. Like, boy, I wait till I get it.
I would agree
know.
with you. I agree with you, Lo, because it just like, bro, celebrities are just like they in high school, bro. They pass each other around. That's being real.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah. Oh, this is one big high school. That's all it is.
Yeah, one big high school, bro.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. It just sad that, you know what I'm saying, players don't learn from. And that's another thing I think I love about myself too, is just wisdom, being able to learn from mistakes that other people make, and just watching and observing. Because ain't no way, like it's just like it's almost like you deserve it in a sense, even though you don't. But you got so many examples ahead of you that went down this road, you know what I'm saying, and you let lust and what you see on Instagram and the models and all that persuade you into doing something that, you know what I'm saying, in the end gonna end up hurting you eventually.
And that's all they want, bro.
That's crazy. She would have got me, bro. That's crazy.
But before you even made it, to the league, I know, you know what I'm saying, social media has been, you know, kind of thick for some years now. Before he even made it to the league, I'm sure he saw people who was getting railroaded by these females and stuff like that, from stuff like, you know, from similar situations.
That's why your boy Ant-Man, that's my GOAT now, bro. Even though it was funny, I know it wasn't right, but that's my GOAT. When he sent that lady that money to get that abortion. Let me see the video.
Allegedly.
That's my GOAT.
They had I just seen a picture where they had him, Ant-Man, and somebody they had Jalen Green, Ant-Man, and somebody else. They said all these niggas got this year. I think it probably was Zion. Zion that got caught too?
Yeah.
With a
stuff.
Oh, that was nasty, bro. That's what's her name? Mariah Mills or something like that porn star.
Yeah.
She got visual with this man.
But she was
who you talking about? Was Zion?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think so. Well, probably.
I'm like, wow, bro.
Allegedly.
That man still got to go. No wonder he ain't even been scoring over 20. That nigga is fucked up.
No, he just had a kid by an IG model.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he was married too, though.
No, he ain't married.
No, he married.
Somebody said that nigga was married. I think Mike told me that nigga was married, man. Mike, you can't get your.
Mike told you that. If Mike told you that, but
Mike, bro,
you gotta fact check anything Mike say, bro.
Yeah, man, Mike TMZ, bro.
Like kids, man. He was holding up.
Damn.
TMZ.
That nigga reporting the wrong news.
I know, right?
I can see him now in the middle of the hurricane talking.
It's not coming your way, people. Don't be worried. That shit headed right for your goddamn house. Y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. It ain't coming your way. Hold up.
Hey, back to you, dog.
It's slip.
Oh, I got some more topics. I had to pull them up.
It's slip. It can't y'all wait.
You said we're gonna do that question last, isn't it?
Yeah. I seen this video on TikTok. I was scrolling on TikTok, and there was this lady officer. She was showing how you could get this device that shows you hidden cameras and GPS trackers in your Airbnb and just like hotels and stuff. I thought that was cool.
So you found it?
Yeah. Oh, you told me about it?
We was on here talking about it. Okay, we talked about it on here.
Yeah. I thought that was cool.
It's a device like a scanner or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was asking if you found it. I thought you already went and found it.
No, I didn't see it in person, but I got a link to it if I can send it to
you.
Yeah.
I wanted to grab that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. And I'll be wandering away wherever I go.
It's just crazy, bro, because I feel like if you book an Airbnb, you pay all that money, that's your privacy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They need to put a law towards that.
Yeah. It is, though. It's something. It got to be something.
Exactly, because that
Yeah.
nah, you can't do that, bro. Give me my damn money back then. If you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro,
I
you
know we got a lot
spying
Hey,
of
on
I
me,
ain't gonna
bro.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. I be thinking about stuff like that, and I be looking for like if I go in a hotel or we got an Airbnb or something like that. I be looking for little hidden cameras because as soon as I find one, boy, I'm gonna have me a lawsuit. Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna be that guy on the news trying to get 100 million. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Hey, them niggas been having like two-way mirrors and shit, bro. It's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
it's crazy, man.
That's when I have video of you sitting on the toilet. Like, damn, bro. Y'all just watching the nigga on the toilet. Nah, bro, what y'all got going on? You know what I'm saying?
I think Can't Do was frozen.
I was frozen for a bit, but I'm back.
That's
Yeah, I know we got a lot of women that's tuned in with our podcast. So if I can find a link, I'll put it in the description so y'all can go and pick that up. But yeah, that's something I feel like, especially women, I feel like that's something women should have, men too, but a lot of women can't protect themselves, and that's something I think.
That's wild. I still can't even get over that.
Well, to what you said, it's not even so necessary that women can't protect themselves. It's that people
prey on women.
The world preys on women more than men because they feel as though they are more vulnerable than men anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
Sad world we living in, bro.
We're gonna get into this next question, man.
Okay.
All right, so this next question is from Oh Money No Problems. It says, "Hey guys, big fan from the down under Australia. My question to y'all is, being from the deep south, have y'all encountered racism often, or how do y'all deal with it?"
I never dealt with
Hell yeah, I have.
Talk about it.
Directly. I mean, I think it's been more indirectly, but as far
I agree with that.
As far as directly, somebody calling me using a racial slur, while speaking to me, something along those lines, no, because I'll be up there fighting for my life, just like R. Kelly. But I have had to get some situations straight to where, and I don't know if it came from like a prejudiced background or being racist or just how somebody was raised, but it's just certain words I don't like to be associated with. Like, I don't want you really calling me like Bubba or
boy is a big one.
I had to really I had to and I know probably in different parts of the South, even not just like a Caucasian person, but like you might have black people who use Bubba as like just slang, you know what I'm saying? But at one of my jobs, not to make a long story short, but I just had to I had to pull a guy to the side. He was a Caucasian male, and I had to pull him to the side because he had a tendency of saying boy. And he was like a young dude too, but I had to pull him to the side. And long story short, like whenever he see me, he made it his business to call me my full government name from that day forward. Like I had to just tell him like, hey, I ain't trying to, I'm not coming to you to threaten you because this was at my job environment. Like I'm not coming to you trying to like threaten you or nothing like that. But just don't call me boy no more. Like don't call me boy. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Just call me by my name, and we'll be good. That's just it. Like I mean, I don't know. Might be how you were just raised or how you talk to people, but don't call me boy though. Let's just not do that. I have a birth given name, and that's how we're gonna address each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say like it's other than like that situation, you see the stuff going on around you where people get mistreated in restaurants because of race or jobs or this or that. But directly, no. more indirectly. Yeah, I guess.
I agree with you.
I've seen that stuff happen.
Hey, let me go real quick, Lo. I know your story better than mine, so I'm gonna make mine short.
Go ahead. My name, you know.
If it's the story I think you about to tell, it's better.
Okay, all right.
So mine was when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? It's happened to me a couple times, like in my teenage area. But I remember one time specifically when I'll say about 7 or something like that. I went with my mama to the car dealership, and it was a white guy who was older gentleman. You know what I'm saying? We went in there. I don't remember the conversation, nothing like that. I just remember sitting in the chair. She was talking to him. He got an attitude for some reason. He ended up getting mad, and he called her a bitch. Pretty much. Was a bitch, nigga, something like that. He called her racial slurs for sure. And that's something I always thought about when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm 7. I can't do nothing about this, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that had an impact on me that I was not necessarily aware of, but I think it kind of affected me at that age to where that was my first sign of what was going on as far as like racism. I didn't know what to call it. I didn't know what it was, but I just remember like when I got older, I'm like, damn, that did happen. You know what I'm saying? And that was my first encounter with racism at a very young age.
Okay. I've had several instances with I guess you could say racism. First was playing recreation football as a kid in Paulding County. Anytime we had to play a Paulding County team, my team was basically all black. Right. When Paulding County's teams were basically all white. And we didn't like to go play them because we're like, they hit hard. And we felt like they hit hard because we niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how we felt. Like their parents are telling them you better hit them niggas as hard as you can. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit did, but I did not like playing against them. So all during the game, behind the field is like just land, woods, or whatever. 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, they riding by, calling us niggers the whole time, telling us to get up out of there. And you know what I'm saying? The parents fussing over the fence. And it was just, I remember that. That was probably one of my first instances where I seen it. I heard it. I was there. Like, damn, they calling us niggas and telling us to get the fuck out of here. We don't belong here. When they tackle us, spit in our face, calling the names, shit like that. And that's how I knew that shit was taught at home. Y'all kids can just come out here doing that, you know, whatever. Prior to that, I went when I first started school, I went to a private school, and it was only me and one other black boy in the entire school. Now, I will say I never was called anything racist there, but I definitely felt that me and him were treated differently than all the other kids, for sure. And then let's say fast forward, I got multiple stories, but fast forward high school, we're playing a team. Basically, this game gets stopped because of that. They throwing rocks at our bus. You know what I'm saying? As we leave, the police had to escort us out of there, and we got a black cop that's not really helping us out. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was a bad situation. Like, they ended that game. They were trying to beat and get through the locker room doors. You know, he had the joining doors. They just calling us niggas, y'all niggas, get out of here. Like, we basically had to run up out of there. That was one time. And then the very last time that I can say, not last time, but the most memorable time is I was dating a white girl in college.
That's the story.
Yeah. I knew you was waiting on that one. And I used to be over her house all the time. You know, they had a bigger crib, mother-in-law suite type shit. You know what I'm saying? So her room was the mother-in-law suite. That was her whole crib, basically. So I'm there all the time. This particular day, I'm there in between classes, and I got to go back to school for practice. I'm sitting down, sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, it's time to go. We get ready to leave to go outside, and her mom is right there by the door where we got to leave. So she's like, oh no, like, we can't go. You know, this is kind of the first time I'm like, okay, why can't we go? You know what I'm saying? But she kind of sums it up like, she just said, like, my mom doesn't know you're here. She would be, you know, kind of tripping like on that. Her mom comes upstairs, happens to come upstairs. I have to go and hide in the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom, and she's listening to, I remember this verbatim, bro. She's listening to Motto by Drake. The money is a motto, and nigga about it every day. And her mom was like, why do you want to listen to this music saying nigger this, nigger that? Like, bro, I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. Like, this lady has no idea that I'm in there. She doesn't know, you know, that I'm here, but she doesn't even if I was there, like, what would she say? What would she have done? You know?
Yeah, that's an example of them what they would say in private.
Yeah. So yeah, she's like crying, telling her mom, like, just leave, get out of here. And her mom was like, don't you feel ashamed for Shelby and her parents? Which was her friend who's dating my friend. You know what I'm saying, at the time. And she's like, don't you feel ashamed for her and her family? Like, do you want to be like that? Like, and I'm just in the bathroom like, oh my God, I want to say something so bad, but I mean, I really can't, you know? So long story short, she's crying. She opened the door. She said, I'm sorry, whatever. Mom leaves. And I'm like, well, look, I got to go to practice. So she's like, you know what? Just fuck it. We'll just deal with it, whatever. We go downstairs. Her mom looks up and sees me coming out of that house, bro. She had a little mini shovel in her hand. She shoved that shit in the ground. She stood up. She said, children. She said, you may come, and she looked at me dead in my eyes. She said, you may come from a good background. You may be a good person. You may have good parents, but I want you to stay far away from my daughter. I do not want you anywhere near my daughter. She didn't even have to say nigga or, you know, or whatever like that. I'd already heard this upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was because if you don't care that I'm a good person, you don't care that I come from a good background, you don't care that I got good parents, but you don't want me around your daughter, what else could there be? What else could there be? This is in Florida, Panama City, Florida, in 2012, 11.
It's crazy. I'm going to say this before our rebuttal. It's just so crazy that it is taught. I would say that it is taught. All Caucasian people are, all of them not the same. But I do feel like some Caucasian people do go out the way just to want to say the N word. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell other like races don't say like gay word. Don't say that. They won't say it. Don't say the F word. They won't say it. But it's some white people, they just want to say the N word. Like say they up in their car. Oh, let me put a song on nigga. Just to say it. I don't know. I just don't know what's so intriguing about that word. You know what I'm saying? Just for them just to say it.
And to add this, about 3 or 4 years later, her mom wanted to get in contact with me to apologize.
It's too late.
Exactly. Because, you know, she was like, it was just the way she was raised and she's sorry that she did that or whatever. But like, I didn't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about that. But like, to get back to what you're saying, bro, I think, okay, I want to ask this. Does somebody saying the word nigga now, like, what does that do for you now? Like, if somebody were to either use it around you or at you, like, what does that do for you now?
So you said somebody or a white person?
They could be Hispanic, they could be whatever, you know what I'm saying? Anything. I'm just saying, does it, a white person, let's say a white person, let's just say that, does that,
it ain't gonna fly with me.
Yeah. To be honest, I have checked a few people, you know, for saying it. Don't say it around me. Like if you saying it around me, I know what you're doing inside door. So I have checked people for that. Like, dude, like what's the point of even saying that? I know now you feel like, oh, it's an open world. We can say anything. Nah, you can't. It doesn't fly like that. So I have checked a few people on saying the N-word around me. I don't even care if it's in a song. If it's in a song or you send it to me through Instagram, through a meme, whatever. If you not this right here, don't send it to me. Because I'm gonna tell you right then and there. That's just being honest.
I would rather you, I want you to say it in front of me. Like I want you to, you know what I'm saying? Show me who you is. You know what I'm saying? Show me who you are. But you gonna get checked though. That's how I am. Like I would rather you show me who you is than hide behind, like you said, if your ex, her mother would have known you was there, she wouldn't have said that. Maybe she would have out of anger, but she wouldn't have said that in that tone, knowing that you was there. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, she even feel like she got to apologize. The only reason she apologized is because she know you was in that room. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't apologize if you wasn't there and there's a conversation she had between her and her daughter. You know what I'm saying? All you trying to do is clear your conscience. And try to make you feel like you're a better person.
And to piggyback off of Kendu and for whoever listening, me and Kendu not talking like, oh, we get on them and take them with violence. We get on there and take them with knowledge, research, things of that nature. Not just because people first thing they think, oh, they trying to fight. Nah, it's not about that. It's about educate.
Yeah, that's what I was getting
Respect.
to. Because
respect.
Younger me would want to be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like where I'm at now, that word is not gonna make me get out of character and go fight you. You know what I'm saying? You don't even deserve that, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't even give you that satisfaction. That's kind of where I'm at.
I won't give it to you. I educate you, but I won't give it to you.
I don't even have because most of them don't want to be educated. So I don't even have the patience to try to educate them. I just dismiss myself at this point. It's like, because eventually it probably will get me to the point where I'm angry and it could possibly resort to violence. So I would rather exit the situation before that, because it's like, I feel like there are certain people who may not even use it on as regularly as they do until they're around that crowd in order to get some sort of response or something, some sort of attention. So
my bad.
Oh no, I feel like I've been somewhere and like it might be a group of white people or whatever, and they might be talking amongst each other and calling each other nigga, shit like that.
No.
Yeah, I've been there, but I don't acknowledge that shit because it's like that's not even worth me doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see that escalating. You know what I'm saying? I can see that escalating real quick for me telling them, hey, I don't like that word being used, either whether y'all talking to each other or not. That shit might turn them up some more. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you're talking about.
They say something out the way. They say something out the way disrespectful. And then now you really, you know what I'm saying? Now you really got to get on somebody's head.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to do that these days. I already told y'all, me being angry is something I'm trying to deal with anyway. Like when I get angry, so that I'm not trying to go that route, bro. Like,
yeah, it's also like watching the environment you put yourself in too.
Yeah,
I'm not ever in a situation where I'm around a bunch of white people and they saying, or even just the fact of being around a bunch of white people, I'm not really in the environment.
I'm saying it could be I might have been in a restaurant or where I ordered food. I'm ordering some food, just waiting in the lobby, but it's a group of teenagers or whatever right here, and they just. Nigga, da, 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 da. And I'm like, they really over here just saying this shit like freely and amongst each other, like it's.
But then it comes to what comes to your mind is like, what made you adopt that word? Like, what made you adopt that word to the point of like y'all calling each other that?
It's in your lingo, yeah. Like,
it's something to do with the music and all that too.
It's a part of your vocabulary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we got a heavy influence on white kids, believe it or not.
On every yeah, I was about to say on every
on the world, but I'm just saying, speaking on this situation.
It's a culture. They want the culture, but they don't want to go through what we do go through or have been going through.
Yeah.
Who said that? Somebody said everybody want to be black. JD. Everybody want to be black till it's time to be black. No,
JID.
Yeah, JID. That's what it was. Everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. Yeah, that's what it was. That shit was sliding too, but that's true. You want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga, or when it's like, yeah, when you really got to feel the other side of that. Yeah, see if you saying nigga then. Yeah, I'm a nigga then. You ain't gonna be saying that shit. This is my nigga.
We just got a tan, bro. That's all. We just got a tan.
My thing is just don't be disrespectful.
Exactly.
You know what's going on. You see a black man walking into a building. You know what you're doing if you're saying that word out loud, and you know what I'm saying. You see me walking by.
I say over here. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Like you know what you're doing. Either you trying to provoke something out of me, you know what I'm saying, try to get a reaction out of me, or you trying to, you know what I'm saying, cause a scene in some kind of manner. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a group of teenagers, if it's a grown adults, they know not to say that. They're not supposed to be using that word because they know the history of that word and all the hurt that word caused. You know what I'm saying? There's no amount of time that could erase the harm that done. So just take it out your vocabulary, you know what I'm saying? Or deal with the consequences, because it's gonna be consequences when you do. Like, you can't be mad at somebody how they react after you saying something that you know what causing the reaction out of the word you're using.
Yeah, everybody ain't gonna walk off like I walk off.
I was just about to say that. You're gonna always get an Allen. You're gonna always get a Kentorey or a JB. You may get somebody who reckless.
I ain't gonna say I'm gonna always walk off either.
That's
it's some places you're gonna be the bigger person, but I ain't finna just walk off in every situation. You know, I'm being real.
It depends on how that shit goes down. Like what you know what I'm saying? Like,
you have a right to protect yourself, bro.
Yeah, I can't be in the middle of somewhere like, I'm in this white ass neighborhood, and then that happened and don't expect to fight. I'm about to fight my way up out of that bitch. That's what it seemed like. Yeah, I'm about to fight my way up out of this bitch.
Yeah, you have constitutional right, bro. At that point, that's hate speech. You know what I'm saying? You could feel threatened, all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, here is different as far as where you may be, because of how many different races and ethnicities there are here. It's like, unless I'm smack that, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like, you know how everything is kind of segregated here, like, in a way. You got Little Tokyo, Chinatown, Koreatown, Little Bangladesh, fucking Little Ethiopia. You got all of those things separate, but it's like, it's not really too far to go to certain places. So you got grocery stores and whatever where everybody might come to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hear this shit coming from all different races. It might be a group of Armenians calling each other nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But it might be a group of Hispanics. It might be, whatever. It's just crazy how that word, like we said, has made it to all these other places to where they want to refer to each other as that. Like, that's cool. That's the cool thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's our fault or, you know, I don't.
You can't put it on black people, bro.
No, listen, bro. I'm just talking. I'm just speaking.
I feel like we allow it.
This is for conversation.
Yeah, I think we allow it too much, you know, from the beginning, because we couldn't touch them in a sense. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that we want that to be the word, but I think the world allow it. Like, we allow it for that. Now they feel like they're a part of it too. You see what I'm saying? Like, we can, like, basically they see our struggle, right? What we went through. And now, like JB said, like they try to adapt the feeling of what we went through just to be in the culture.
But it's like Dude said, it's the music that I feel like has probably influenced the majority.
Probably my boy I listen to, in that right, Dude?
Yeah. As much as he said. That's his crowd too. Yeah, that's crazy. That's his crowd.
That is.
Young white kids. That's his crowd.
That's hip hop crowd.
Yeah.
Young white kids are the main consumers of hip hop.
So there you go. Yeah, they buying that shit. Other niggas is still bootlegging, and some kind of way they bootlegging that bitch. Now, niggas.
I'm still using lime wine and bear share over here, man.
I forgot about bear share. I forgot about that one.
But when you say bear, I thought about Coastal.
Yeah.
Fred.
Yeah, we need to start incorporating, like, you know, stories, like, you know, come on the podcast, just tell different stories and leave it at like story time.
I wish we had clips from shit back then. I wish we had like just footage of like just moments, like you, JB, when you dancing in the living room, when you doing that shit.
That's on Facebook.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, like, more shit like that, like maybe us pre-gaming before we went out to some of them clubs or whatever. Like,
you know what's funny, bro? That's how I know I was supposed to be a YouTuber. That's how I know I was supposed to be a YouTuber, bro, because I was recording everything back then.
Yeah. You still got the one where we tased JB?
I don't know. I gotta look at it.
Even the videos where we would sit there with the rest of them and make the videos on the laptop. Just doing shit. Just doing over there, just doing stupid shit.
I don't think Lo was there when JB told Rab to take the piece out of the oven. I said they ain't done yet.
But I just remember y'all wouldn't let that shit down, but y'all.
Bro, the piece
had foil on the bottom of it.
He still ate it too, then. That shit was fucking his teeth up.
Eat up peanut butter crackers and love Vince Carter
with a wine cooler.
You remember Rab pushed that girl off him doing that lap dance?
Oh my god, but that was so funny, boy.
Hey,
so embarrassing.
Her name and everything. That shit was funny.
I remember her name too.
That's crazy. It's wild how certain memories you just won't forget, bro.
Yeah.
You just can't forget.
That's so funny, man.
Well, I hope we answered your question. Down under over there in Australia, more money, no problems.
Yeah, down under. Hey, I want to visit Australia too. Shit.
Me too.
Show your boy around when we come out there.
Yeah, show me where Iggy live.
See, he going for the wrong reasons. Do not show that nigga where no Iggy live.
Iggy live.
She don't want to party anymore.
God.
Yeah. Yes, Lord.
She in Atlanta somewhere, gotta be.
She probably in LA.
She might want a country boat nigga. She might want a country boat nigga. You know what I'm saying? She might be like, I ain't never had one of them boat. Oh my goodness, boat.
So you really just made up a new word, country a nigga boat. What do you say, country nigga boat?
Oh shit! Where's hot?
What do you say? What
I don't even know, but you gotta watch the video. A country boat. Hey, bro, I was watching the video yesterday, bro. That shit had me crying, laughing, dog. Every one of these podcasts been good to me, bro. I watched the whole thing from beginning to end, bro. Sitting right on the big TV.
You forget what you said, then you go back and watch like.
Shit, my girl be wanting to watch this. She be like, "Oh, the podcast." She be excited, like, "Oh, it's out!" Like, I guess I'm like, I know what we talked about, but then as I watch it, I forget, and then I remember certain things. I can quote it right on time when we say it. Like when you said something in the video yesterday, I was like, I said it right with you. That shit was funny. You was like, "Oh, that thing must be loose up." That shit was funny.
That thing all loose up.
Yeah. Nicole rewinded that shit back about 4 times.
I catch myself doing that too, bro. Laughing at something.
I know you laugh when you edit. You watch the shit like 12 times.
Yeah, that's gonna be so funny, but it was so many. I think the last podcast was the funniest though.
Yeah, that was
that was funny. But yeah, man, we can go ahead and end it there, man. JB, how you feel about being on the podcast, bro?
Hey man, I enjoyed it, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Getting on here, just discussing some topics with y'all guys, and just a little miniature, reunion. Getting a few of us back together, man. So I really enjoyed it. Look forward to doing it sometime in the future. Again.
I was gonna say, man, we need you again. But when did y'all cook this up?
So I hit JB up because when Mike said he was going on vacation, I'm like, who can I get on the show? I thought about it like 2 weeks ago. Then I hit JB last week. I'm like trying to be on the podcast. Was it 2 weeks or last week? Well, before we even started.
Yeah, before y'all even started, you had already hit me up about it.
I had already hit JB up. I'm like, bro, we about to start this podcast. We need you on. Eventually, you know what I'm saying? Have you on as a regular. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to
It's a couple other people that want to get on here, bro. And ask me about it. Like, damn, bro, I like what y'all doing. I want to, like, y'all got to get me on there.
We got to get your brother, Jaren. Jaren got to be on the next one. That's my call right there, Jaren.
All right, so we can get Jaren on too. But the whole idea is to get, you know what I'm saying? Because when I tell people it's a lot more of us in UND, it's just a whole group of people like that nobody ever seen. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more personality. A lot, like, it's gonna be a lot of people that can relate to JB in this episode. You know what I'm saying? And they can be like, "Damn, I love his perspective." Like, I can already see it. So, just being like to have more, huh?
On my bad, I'm gonna ask something different.
Go ahead.
I would say, how would y'all like to, if we like interviewing people? Would y'all be open to that
on the podcast?
I mean, However, it ain't got to be the podcast. It's just content on the fucking page. I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like eventually, yeah.
Like I was just thinking about that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, my mind just wandering on different shit. I'm like, this kind of cool. Like having somebody who's not on here all the time is cool. Just having, you know what I'm saying, somebody else on here to talk to, or maybe they might have questions for us. Like you said, like especially even people from the
Discord.
The Discord and all that stuff. But like even just it's been like just outside people. Like matter of fact, I was telling them niggas the other day, like it was like, oh, what you up to, bro? I was like, shit, man, just no, like what's new? I was like, man, we just been working, doing the podcast, whatever. They was like, bro, we see y'all like that. Like they think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like whether we know motherfuckers watching, it's people see us and think that shit's interesting and want to be a part of it. Like just the conversation, because I think our conversations are making niggas think. You know what I'm saying? We hitting places that most niggas won't really touch, those gray areas, and like, you know what I'm saying, that people don't speak on. And like niggas saying that, like, bro, I needed to hear y'all say that. I'm like, that's crazy hearing this from other dudes. Like, bro, I've been feeling the same way, or it's good to hear somebody speak on the, you know, my thoughts that I've been having, you know, thinking I'm the only one with this shit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, bro.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I love that niggas see that.
Yeah, so I would hear from other dudes.
It's a platform to let people know that they are not alone in their thoughts and their feelings, man. And like you said, they share, they can relate. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's gonna really make people really enjoy this podcast, because people can relate to some of the stories and, you know, some of the topics and some of the feelings and things that that everyone is discussing on here, man. But and also just so when people view this, you know, I know my background probably look a little bit different than everybody else on here. Yes, I am sitting in my kid's go-kart in the garage.
Hey, man.
This was the only quiet place I could get, you know, to come on here and do this, man. So y'all have to excuse this, but I am sitting in my kid's go-kart, yes.
And I think this speaks volumes to like people can see, like, we tell them we've been friends for 15 years, like seeing conversation like this, like I can see why, you know what I'm saying? Because the conversation is genuine, you know what I'm saying? And that's what make our podcast stand alone, because ain't too many people being honest about their past or where they been or situations, or not being afraid to look like a failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real life, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to sugarcoat nothing. We ain't got no fairy tale stories. We come from.
Ain't nothing scripted about this, man. This is straight off the dome, straight from past.
No written, nigga.
No. No
pen, no pushed back by 15 years.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's where the connection is. But yeah, we definitely gonna have more people on here.
You meet people and they be like, I only know each other. How long y'all been friends? They be like, oh, about 2-3 years. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I don't even got no 2-3 year friends, really. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got none of them niggas.
None.
I know that nigga from work, you know, if anything. But hey, that's my work friend. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even got work friends.
Yeah, I got work friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk to that nigga all day.
But I ain't gonna lie, y'all hit on this when we first got on. Y'all brought up the thing about my wedding and everything. It's crazy that y'all said something about that, because I think it was like yesterday. I had a little memory pop up on my phone, and it was the picture. You got that?
Yeah.
It was just like all the groomsmen and the kids and stuff, man. All the guys was in one picture, and it almost made me emotional, man. Just looking at that, I was like, man, look at all my bros in here. Like, I got, you know. It's crazy that people from that picture, 99% of the people in that picture don't even stay here in Macon, where I've lived all my life. You know what I'm saying? I built relationship with y'all guys, like, and y'all really became my brothers. Like, I got one blood brother that I got, you know, from my mom, but like, y'all boys really became my brothers, you know. And it's crazy, like, we built that in 1 year. Like, yeah, we came, you know, some of us came back and we had other stints with each other and stuff like that. But like, bro, we really built that brotherhood, like that camaraderie, like a real family, like in 1 year. in 1 year, bro. And it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I tell anybody any day, man, like going and playing at Coastal, I wouldn't change that for nothing, man. I wouldn't change it for nothing. Brought me a lot of.
That big got my eyes over here getting water. Look at I keep blinking like a motherfucker. I'm like, God damn. Shit. Everybody shit water.
That really, man, just even down to like, you know, I think about Coach Cox sometimes, you know, him and Coach Frey, you know, them guys giving us the opportunity, and had it not been for them, like this, we wouldn't be on this podcast right now. You know what I'm saying? So I even go back to thinking about them and just them giving us that opportunity. You know, these little black kids from all these little different little country towns and stuff like that, where they went and found us. You know what I'm saying? For real, like really, and gave us our opportunities to come together, man, and make it happen. So I got to thank them as well too. You know.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Coach Cox and Frey, man.
Yeah, man. And to look back, JV, until now, bro.
Gotta be a nigga to get on here.
Bro, we were so good and we didn't even know it. We had so much talent. If I'm looking from right now to there, bro, we had so much talent. So much talent.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
man. Once again, man, I appreciate y'all boys having me on, man. And
for sure.
You know, just invite me to enjoy this podcast with y'all, man. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode and all the other episodes to come, man. I love y'all boys, and you know, I look forward to being on here with y'all again sometime soon, man.
All right, love you too.
Yes, sir, bro.
Love you too, man.
Love you too, though. All right, we checking out, man. Catch y'all in the next one.
All right.